Kenny almost died. Fatima can control Smiley. Everyone knows about Jade and Tabitha's reincarnation, and Man in Yellow has a bag full of teeth.
Our lives are fucking weird, man.
The episode starts with Randall and Jade putting a talisman on the door to the tunnel just in case those monsters try to come through this door. And considering how this door is sealed, I'd say there is a very good chance this has already happened in one of the past cycles. Boyd then reveals the truth about Jade and Tabitha to everyone in the town, a decision that might bring some big problems going forward. Naturally, most of the townspeople are hesitant to accept it as truth and questions the sanity of it all, Henry being the leading voice. And I'll be honest, seeing Henry like this made me respect Victor more. Yes, Victor's selective memory revealing may be frustrating, but being the son of such an unstable father, it's a miracle this dude is still capable of functioning. But Henry's aggressive disagreement is just the start of what Sophia was talking about.
This is when they tear themselves apart.
And since everything is going according to her plan, Sophia doesn't really try to stop anything and is just absorbing the information while trying to make sure everything stays the same, until Boyd starts going off the routine. Boyd theorizes that if those totems could kill the nightmares, then it's worth a shot to try them against the monsters also. And if it works, going down the tunnel will suddenly look much more safer and easier. This was the first time we saw Sophia somewhat worried. At first I thought it's maybe because Boyd's plan could actually work, but as we see at the end of the episode, that wasn't the case. So why was Sophia worried? I think it has to do something with Boyd's unpredictability. We know how in each cycles, almost the same things repeat themselves. People get stuck, Jade and Tabitha's reincarnated version comes. They slowly come close to the truth, but eventually the townspeople turn on each other, and the Man in Yellow feasts on them in the end. But Boyd doesn't follow that same structure. He always comes up with something that Man in Yellow wasn't expecting, like killing Smiley with the worms. And that unpredictability is what excites Man in Yellow, but also makes him concerned. Because I think this game he created does have an ending. It's just designed in a way so that everyone can get close to it but never really reach it.
Throwing so many lies at you that you don't believe the truth even when it's staring you right in the face.
Victor on the other hand goes to the car Man in Yellow came in, and there he finds a bag full of teeth. We already saw how Man in Yellow takes a tooth from his victims, so this just shows how many has died by his hands, and we don't even know if it's just from a single cycle. Disturbed Victor then tries to show the teeth to Ethan because he thinks at least Ethan should be prepared for what's about to come unlike him, hoping that way Ethan may handle everything better than him. Only if he could extend this kindness to everyone in the town and tell everything that happened here before. Boyd talks with Donna and remembers that they still have not buried Roger yet, citing the reason of cemetery being already full. From there, he takes a totem and goes back to his office to prepare for tonight. Sophia follows him there and shows concern about how dangerous Boyd's plan is. To give her peace of mind, Boyd shares his entire plan to her, saying that he will tell everyone to be ready in front of their door so that an escape route will always be ready for him. Only if he knew he was actually revealing the plan to his enemy. Sophia reveals this information to the monsters, and that's why in the ending of the episode, they were blocking every house's door. Henry on the other hand goes to talk with Tabitha, but Tabitha was already out with Victor. There, Henry sees a vision of him connected with some medical equipments, later seeing the full version where he sees himself on the hospital bed, surrounded by doctors and Victor. This is most probably a result of Sophia mixing her blood in his drink, and in the next episode, Henry might act like Boyd's wife, believing this is all a dream, just like Sophia told him. Sophia then revives Roger with an egg. Now, she didn't just pick a random egg, she specifically chose this one, maybe because it had to be a fertilized egg. And the little ritual she did to revive Roger is very similar to what we know about the original sacrifice of the kids. She then goes on to stay in the colony for the night. I feel like because of Boyd, she thought the townspeople will need an extra push to turn on each other this time. And Roger breaking in the house is exactly the push that will convince people that whatever Boyd is doing is just bringing more danger on them. Boyd prepares everything and is ready for tonight, but his son and Kenny stops him from doing it himself. They are worried about what if his trembling starts at the wrong time and leave him incapable of doing anything. Unwilling Boyd eventually gives in and they all decide Kenny will do it. The plan is simple. Go out, stab a monster with the totem and go to any house close to you. The only problem is the totem did nothing to the monsters and they were already blocking every house door there is. Kenny, surrounded by the monsters, runs to the bus, but Smiley gets there before he could close the door. From there we see that Fatima can see what Smiley is seeing and somehow is able to stop him from eating Kenny, giving Kenny enough time to escape from Smiley and close the door, keeping him safe, for now at least. But the power of Fatima is a huge development here. Is it something that she can do anytime, or being in front of the golem helps somehow? Can the Smiley also see what Fatima sees? There are still many uncertainties about this newfound power, but for the time being it seems to have saved our coach Kenny. Roger on the other hand storms into the colony house and Elgin stabs him with a totem, which seemingly killed Roger for the second time.